I'm Jim, and this is One Day Build. With the Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming out, I thought it'd be fun to build a Star-Lord mask. Kind of staying in the theme of it being cheap and easy materials you can find. Everything you can find at like your local dollar store or hardware store, hobby shop. I'm going to go over some of the core materials that we're going to use, and then we'll just start building and see what happens. All right, well, these are some of the materials that we're going to use. These are our base kind of core materials. Materials you might use might vary a little bit, but the base for this whole thing is going to be this Iron Man mask. Now, I actually found this at a Five Below, which is kind of like a dollar store, but everything's $5 or less. This was like $4 or $5. There was like a bin of them. I bought a bunch of them. Went to a dollar store, found this child's helmet. This will actually be like the back of the helmet, and I think we'll probably use this for the eyes and stuff. Other parts are just going to be kind of random PVC pieces, bits of plastic, aluminum tubing. I usually keep a bin of just kind of miscellaneous parts. You can go to the hardware store and buy some of these pieces. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to use yet, but some various pieces of PVC tubing and different cool looking fittings and stuff. Also, I want the eyes to light up in the mask, kind of like it does in the movie, without getting too complicated. So again, at a dollar store, I bought this child's bracelet. Yeah, it's cool, lights up. It's like 50 cents or something. Well, probably the biggest helper in your kind of toolbox is what I use is plastic weld. It's a two-part epoxy putty, like a plumber's putty, but when you wet your hands, it actually becomes really easy, kind of, you can manipulate it a little bit easier, last a little bit longer, and you can smooth it really nice with your fingers. Let's just start building and see what happens. All right, so it's coming along. It's you can see it's kind of starting to take shape now. I just kind of glued these with the hot glue gun, just sort of temporarily, just to see how it kind of all looks before I apply any adhesive or putty in any of the other spots there. But yeah, you can see it's starting to look a little similar. I'm just going to use these aluminum tubes. I can find these basically any hobby store, Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any model building store generally. You can usually get a package of them in various diameters and lengths, or you can buy them individually. They're pretty inexpensive. They're easy to cut, and yeah, I mean, they're great for having a little piping and tubing and stuff come out, and should work great. The other part, you can also probably use aluminum wire to line all the elements and stuff like that. It'll probably work just as good. But yeah, that's it so far. Keep plugging along. I think next we're going to cut the kid's helmet and add that to the back of the helmet, kind of tie it all in. Yeah. All right, well, after about 10 hours of work, this is what we're left with. The Star-Lord mask. All in all, it turned out pretty well, I thought. It looks pretty close to the one that's in the movie, considering we started off with this. Yeah, and wound up with this, not too bad. A few things I would have liked to have done. I would have liked to have finished some of the detailing on the back of the helmet. Just didn't happen. And then I kind of cheated in some of the areas, like I just glued some metallic wall anchors for the detailing there. And the faceplate, actually I never sculpted, it's just a piece of plastic that I cut into the shape and covered with aluminum tape and then kind of penned in the details. But actually that worked pretty good. Let me turn the lights on here. It actually fits pretty good, fits pretty snug. And yeah, that's it. You too can be Star-Lord. If you want to do it for Halloween or a cosplay or something, hopefully you found this helpful or entertaining. But yeah, you can go off and make your own. Or probably wait a couple of weeks and buy one at like a toy store. I'm sure it won't be long before there'll be Star-Lord masks and all the costume shops and toy stores. But hey, if you're like me and you'd rather build your own, yeah, hopefully, like I said, you found this somewhat helpful. If so, go ahead and leave me a comment. And yeah, until next time, good luck saving the galaxy. I'm gonna go home and get some sleep.